Hi everyone, in this video I will talk about the importance of having a winning price strategy, how to do pricing of products effectively when you're planning your business or a product category. I will explain this through examples of different pricing strategies. Pricing strategy is a way through which one achieves the revenue, margins and the market share objectives of the company. The way you price your products reflects your business's identity, how you value and treat your competitors, and how you value your customers. That is why it is important to have a carefully planned pricing strategy. So once you have planned your product portfolio, which is the range of all products and services you want to offer to customers, and you have also ensured that the supply of those products is available, then one needs to work on pricing of all the products. So how to decide the price? So here I will be talking about the first pricing strategy, which is the cost plus pricing. Cost plus pricing is a pricing method in which the selling price is set by evaluating all the variable costs a company incurs and then by adding a markup percentage to establish the price. So the price will be price is equal to cost plus profit margin. Cost is something that arrives after factoring in the product's manufacturing cost, customs duty, freight, distribution expenses, marketing expenses, and other miscellaneous costs. So how much margins can you keep depends on the category. If you are operating in a category which is highly competitive and with multiple players and no significant differentiation in the products, chances are your margins will be lower. Example is commodity products like groceries, staples, metals where there is no value addition. However, if the competition is low and there is considerable value differentiation in your products, in that case you can drive higher margins for the product. So let me take an example from the computer accessories category, which I was managing at work. A computer accessories category include products like keyboard, mouse, web camera, headphone, docking station, and so on. So since the organized market had lower competition and because the products which Lenovo was offering were of superior quality and they were differentiated, we were able to drive higher margins in that category. Cost plus pricing strategy is most used for physical products companies where there is a relatively predictable fixed cost such as raw material, maintenance, labor, shipping, etc. It is easy to add a profit margin percentage on top that sustains the business. This strategy is fast to implement and easy to calculate. However, it lacks connection with the value your product provides to its customers, and it also makes it difficult to increase the prices when necessary. So this brings me to the second strategy, which is the competitor-based pricing strategy. In this type of product strategy, a product or category manager maps the product as per the competitive product. Have you noticed that you pay roughly the same amount for Netflix, Amazon Prime Video, or Disney Plus subscription and like other streaming services? That's because all these companies have adopted a competitive pricing strategy. For a new player who wants to establish foothold in the market, this type of pricing strategy is ideal. This gives us the current pricing structure operating in the market. If the new company has equivalent product features or superior product features, following this pricing strategy helps to get early share of the market as there is a product which already exists in the market. But the biggest downside of this pricing strategy is that you're not using your strategy, but you're following your competitor's pricing strategy. So what are the ways to overcome this challenge? Essentially, a company or a product of the company exists in the market to offer something which is not there in the market. So a category or a product manager should always strive for, can they offer more value to the customers to get higher profit on their products? So this is a constant process where you as a product manager will always be working on improving the product and bringing differentiated features than your competitors. If those features are unique, it will provide stickiness to your customers. In that case, your customer will stick to your product as well as they will pay you more. So let me share an example of a product which is called as a docking station or a multi-port hub. So this product is used to connect multiple accessories to a laptop. Like you can connect a keyboard, mouse, printer, extra display. You can charge your notebook as well. So since it is a universal product, every big OEM like Lenovo, HP, Dell, Targus, they would have their own docking station. What Lenovo, where I work, did is we brought a universal dock which had latest generation of ports, and it also had a free software bundled into it that would allow automatic firmware upgrade whenever Lenovo would launch a new version of software upgrade. So also the software helped to manage all the devices connected to the dock. So this was a unique offering which was not given by the competition. In this way, companies can offer better value for a similar product features and can get higher margins on their product. Also, always communicates the product's benefit to the customers and not its product feature. Benefits are how your product is going to help the users. Like in this case, this docking station will help increase productivity of users because this dock expands the potential of users' laptop device by giving them options to connect with multiple display and accessories. The second way to overcome this margin challenge is by creating a superior brand value. Let me give an example from the paints industry where there are multiple players in the market and competition is also quite tough. Amidst all these, company like Asian Paints has been able to create a superior brand value through their multiple brands, unique marketing, channel-centric policies, strong distribution network. Not only the superior brand value help retain higher margins, but also helps to pass down the prices in case of any input cost increase. Another pricing strategy is the penetration pricing strategy. Penetration pricing is an acquisition strategy for companies that are trying to gain foothold in the market, in the highly competitive markets. Now these companies penetrate market by offering a lower price than what the competitor is offering, and then they entice customers away from the current provider to grow their market share. In this type of pricing strategy, you take over a market by undercutting your competitors. Once you develop a reliable customer base, then you try to raise prices. Now many factors go into deciding this type of strategy, like your business's ability to take upfront losses in the beginning. Penetration pricing is a popular tactic in B2C, business to consumer market. The competitive nature of the products and the number of choices which are available to consumer, it makes it difficult to enter into a new market without a strong acquisition strategy. For example, Reliance Jio, a telecom service provider, launched its telecom services 3 to 4 years ago in India and penetrated the Indian market with aggressive price strategy. It offered free data and voice connections and charged a fixed monthly fee. As all these services were offered at a lower price, customers switched to Reliance Jio. If Reliance Jio would have priced its product closer to the competitor at that time, it would not have been able to get such a high market share in a very short span of time. So when you're deciding whether to implement a penetration pricing strategy, it is important to keep in mind when that strategy can help or when it can hurt it. Entering markets quick using penetration pricing strategy can be very enticing, but it will require more work to keep you at the same place once it is time to increase the prices. This brings me to the last pricing strategy, which is a value-based pricing or customer-based pricing. It is mostly used for B2B companies, business-to-business companies, where there is a customer-specific product or service is sold. It is used most commonly in software products, cloud-based products, and services. Value-based pricing is a strategy that defines the price of a product or a service based on what your target customer believes it's worth. It involves offering a unique value to the customer based on what they need and basing your pricing on how the customer perceives the value of your product or service. For example, in IT services industry, for a software project, The pricing is done basis the requirement of a client, the timeline of the project, the level of expertise required to do that project, the number of resources required, and so on. Value-based pricing can also be used in a product company who is selling services or software with their products. For example, a computer manufacturing company who sells laptops to their B2B clients, which is to be further used by their employees, the product company can upsell a lot of services and softwares like the service of managing all their devices, 24/7 support to reduce their downtime, softwares like remote device management software, security solution softwares to prevent any malware attack. By offering these value-based services which are unique and differentiated, a product company can price these products and services basis the value it gives to the customers and not basis the fixed price which is derived from the product's cost. How is value-based pricing calculated? To calculate prices using the value-based method, one need to deeply study the customer profiles or segments or existing data on your customer base, as well as talk to customers about how much they value your product. Why is value-based pricing important? Value-based pricing is important because it involves looking outside to the customer rather than basing prices on things like cost or competitors. Also, knowing what your customers value will always make evolving your product an absolute necessity. Since your customers are determining product value, you need to communicate with your customers quite a bit. This constant communication builds great company and customer rapport. You're building trust, and this trust can lead to good things like higher retention and lesser churn. However, figuring out customer valuations is more difficult than it sounds, which is why so many companies opt for cost plus and competitor pricing. Too many businesses set their pricing without putting much thought into it. On the contrary, if you pay attention to the pricing strategy, it can become a growth lever. If you optimize your pricing strategy so that more people are paying higher amount, you will end up with significantly higher revenue. If you've already launched your business, you can experiment with these strategies until you get what is right and best for your business. You can also vary strategies between products in the same portfolio, depending on the market for each good or service. For example, even in the same product category where a cost plus strategy is used to achieve a certain profit, you can choose to have fewer products which are aggressively priced than the competition to gain higher share of the market. In this way, you are having a hybrid strategy which is optimizing your profits at the same time, allowing you to get higher share of the market and thus helping you to get increased revenue. I sincerely hope that you would have liked the video. Please let me know in the comment section below for any feedback. Stay tuned to my channel for more such product management and product marketing related videos. Thank you so much for watching this video and have a great day. See you in the next video.